What if you had the power to decide who lives and who dies? Light Yagami does. And the world will never be the same. Let's start the Chapter 2 of Death Note. The Death Note, a notebook which causes people whose names are written within to die. Light Yagami, the teenager who has decided to use this notebook as a means to purge the world of evil. And Ryuk, the Shinigami, the original owner of the notebook, who seems content to act as a spectator as Light pursues his project. I don't have time to waste, Ryuk, Light says. I gotta say, you are really dedicated to this. But I need to get enough sleep, because if I don't, it'll affect my health and my concentration. So I can't sleep in class, and I have to do all my homework for both school and my prep course. It's important that I stay at the top of my class. I only have a few hours a day to write names into the notebook between getting home from school and going to bed. I am ridding the world of evil and creating a utopia. No matter how much time I have, it won't be enough. Every single one from cardiac arrest. 52 in the past week. And that's just those we know about. A meeting of the International Criminal Police Organization Interpol, AG8 Summit, in which case the death toll would be well over 100. We may assume that more wanted criminals whose whereabouts are unknown have died as well. All of the victims are criminals either being pursued by police or already behind bars. That's right. Violent criminals or death row inmates, if someone kills them, it's murder. Who just said that? That is a totally irresponsible view. But they're all violent criminals who deserve the death penalty several times over. Is it really a great concern? Who could possibly murder that many people over such a wide area, virtually simultaneously? How could more than 100 heart attacks be a coincidence? Of course it's murder. But has it been verified that it's murder? The only large organization capable of pulling off something like that, I believe, would be the CIA or the FBI. We believe this is a carefully orchestrated mass assassination carried out by a large organization. Please refrain from jokes in questionable taste. Now, I dare you to say that again. I have to say, it is a problem if we have condemned prisoners dying before their sentence is carried out. It's not a question of pride. With so many criminals dying, our pride as police. How about putting it to a vote? It would be one thing if they had a knife sticking out of them. You can't track down a murderer when the cause of death is a heart attack. But the coroner's report for every single one says cardiac arrest, cause unknown. Why don't we first ascertain whether this is really murder or just coincidence? I think we have no choice. This is another one for L. L's real name, or whereabouts, or even what he looks like. Nobody knows. That's right. This is your first Interpol meeting. What's that, Chief? But he has solved countless unsolved cases so far. You might say he's our trump card, our ace in the hole. Something like that. I suppose you could call him a sleuth. No. Well, anyway, nobody knows who he is. But he can solve any case, no matter what it is. L is already involved. That's right. And anyway, we have no way of contacting him. But they say L only gets involved in cases that interest him. If not, forget it. Vatari. L has been investigating this case for some days now. He isn't with us. Vatari is the only person who can contact L, but nobody knows who he really is either. Huh? Vatari? There's another Japanese here? Silence, please. You will now hear L speak. The case before us is unprecedented in scope and difficulty. Good afternoon. This is 151 of Police Worldwide with a resolution to that effect passed at the Interpol meeting today in order to solve it. I request the full cooperation. And 15, a monstrous crime of mass murder that must be stopped at all costs. Scene shift now. Light and his friends are chilling out. Man, I am like glued to the news these days. Yeah, me too. I know. I did some shoplifting back in grade school, and I am freaking about it. But now we can't do anything bad anymore. Haha. It's kinda scary, but pretty cool too. I mean, they totally deserve it. The cops couldn't pull it off. It's got to be some superhero brigade like X-Men or something. It's gotta be the cops, right? Who else could it be? Scene shift now. Light reaches home and talks to Ryuk. Not really. Ryuk, you seem to be enjoying this. Light, be good, dude, bye. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Because I leave the death note here at home. Mom to Light. Hello, dear. Light to Mom. I am home. Light headed to his room and locked the door. Until I see this, when I'm at school or anywhere else, I just can't relax. People are already putting up websites. Check this out. Ryuk. The website seen read, The Legend of Kira the Savior. Why are the world's criminals being eliminated one by one? Because Lord Kira has returned. Lord Kira is a messenger from hell who will not suffer the presence of evil in this world. Beware. You may only enter the site if you believe in Lord Kira's resurrection. Light clicked enter. People all over the world already feel it, that someone is passing righteous judgment on them. Media reports still refer only to the series of mysterious deaths among violent criminals. But all you have to do is Google Kira and you find tons of sites like this. Kira. I don't really like how it obviously comes from killer, but that's what people all over the world already know me as. There's no way the subject would be, is it alright to kill someone evil? Say in school, we have a discussion in class. This is what human beings are like. Ryuk questioned. People need to maintain that kind of facade in public. And of course, that would be the proper response. Everyone would act all virtuous and say, no, it's wrong to kill anybody. But this is what they really think. Those with clean consciences are cheering Kira on in their hearts. People know. They won't come out and say it, but they know someone is killing off the bad guys. It's going exactly the way I planned. This is great. While the guilty are living in fear, waiting for judgment to strike them. With Japanese voiceover by interpreter Yosho Anderson, we are interrupting the program to bring you a live, globally televised broadcast from Interpol. Light thought, what the hell? I am Lined L. Taylor, more commonly known as L. The sole person able to mobilize police in every country worldwide. But he's never shown his face before, right? Why? I guess that's how serious he is about this case. So this is L. Special Investigation Headquarters for Criminal Victim Mass Murder Case. Now let's see you prove what you said at the Interpol meeting. Alright, L. We've been giving you our full cooperation. Good. I strongly request the cooperation of the Japanese police in particular. Interpol has passed a resolution promising you their full cooperation. And if not Japanese, that they are in Japan. Whether this is being carried out by a group or by an individual, it's highly probable that they're Japanese. But why Japan? What? I think. Why Japan? How can? On what evidence? But how? In Japan. Therefore, request that the investigation be headquartered in Japan. I'll be able to show you why very soon in a direct confrontation with the killer. Let's watch and find out. What's he planning? Is this going to be that direct confrontation he was talking about? Kira, as the perpetrator is commonly known, will be caught. Guaranteed. The monstrous crime must be stopped at all costs, which has turned into the biggest mass murder case in history. Criminals have been the target of a killing spree. Light listens silently. He guarantees you'll be caught. Ryuk hummed. I was so ready for this. The police, this guy. I knew this would happen. I've got the death note. See? Without this notebook, you don't have any proof. None. There's no way you can catch me. Morin. Like hell, I'll be caught. But what you are doing? Kira. I think I've got a pretty good idea of why you're doing this. Silence is evil. Light, I'm evil? Me? They're the evil ones. Those who try to fight me. I'm the hero who's liberating people from fear. I'm the savior who's going to be like a god of this perfect new world. I am righteous. If you'd been smarter, this could have gotten interesting. You are too damn stupid. L. 20 seconds to go. Police worldwide have launched a coordinated investigation. Countdown going. Now we'll see what happens to those who offend Lord Kira. The whole world's watching. L. Countdown ends. Light laughing. Light shocked. I don't believe it. What? Light could not believe it. His hunch was right. He had never imagined it. But now, seeing it with his own eyes, it made perfect sense. Kira could actually kill people without direct contact. This was an experiment to test his theory. He had never really thought it would work, but here it was. Ryuk laughed. He got you there. The media kept everything about Lined L. Taylor's arrest and conviction under wraps. No one knew, not even Light. He couldn't have known about it. It wasn't him. He heard L's voice, calmly speaking directly to him. Listen to me, Kira. If you just killed Lined L. Taylor, the man you saw on your TV, he was a condemned criminal, scheduled to die today at this hour. But I, L, do in fact exist. The L logo flashed on screen. Come on. If you can do it, what are you waiting for? Light stared at the TV in shock. He was dumbfounded. What is this crazy guy doing? He's going to die. L was upping the stakes, daring Light to do something. Light's eyes narrowed. That jerk. He couldn't do it. He just couldn't. Ryuk chuckled, watching intently. The crowd murmured. Creepy. It's murder. Live on TV. Some in the crowd were still confused. Who's L? I've heard of Kira. But Kira really exists? Others were starting to catch on. It's Kira versus L. L was calm, exhaling in relief. Evidently, you aren't able to kill me. Now, I'll give you some information. In return, L then dropped a bombshell. So there are people you can't kill. That's a valuable clue. He continued, you are in the Kanto region of Japan, Kira. The plan was to broadcast this live across other areas, but that's no longer necessary. Actually, it was broadcast only in the Kanto region around Tokyo, although it was announced as being globally televised. Ryuk laughed again. He's pretty sharp. This L. L carried on. And although the police missed it, your first victim was the Shinjuku killer, who took 8 people hostage in a nursery school. I knew, Kira, that you were in Japan. Your first victim wasn't anything but a guinea pig to test your powers. What's more, this case was reported only in Japan, nowhere else. That was all the information I needed. L then elaborated on the crime. His crime, when compared to the notorious murderers who died of heart attacks, wasn't that serious. We broadcast first to Kanto because it has the largest regional population. That you happened to be there was pure luck. Light was in awe. Indeed. He's proven that Kira exists, that he can kill from afar, and that he's in Japan. The realization hit him hard. Wow, this is pretty amazing. L smirked. Now, I dare say, it may not be long before I send you to die. Light clenched his fists. I didn't expect this to work so perfectly according to plan. But I'll find out how you work after I catch you. L's voice echoed in Light's mind. But that's something I'm curious about, Kira. How do you carry out your murders? To die. Light muttered under his breath. Ryuk observed quietly as Light stood frozen, thinking about what to do next. I'm going to find and dispose of you, if it's the last thing I do. Light's words rang out. Right, yes. I'm. Till we meet again, Kira. L's voice was cold, almost mocking. And whoever is found first is out. Dead. The scene shifted. Light and L were now both trying to find each other, without knowing anything about the other. Not their name, their face, or anything else. Ryuk was watching with amusement. I'm watching this contest to the bitter end. Light smiled grimly. I will win. And in the midst of it all, a riot began. Humans, so unpredictable, so lost in their own chaos. The chapter ended. One notebook, one name, one death. Light Yagami versus L, a battle of wits that will decide the fate of the world.